जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं
Paramahamsa Nityananda is a rare living incarnation, a yogi by birth. He has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English, books in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese, with translations in 26 languages are available. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 8,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services, ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world offer exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. Having meditation centers in 151 countries including Bidadi, Tiruvannamalai, Rajapalyam, Salem, Hyderabad, Varanasi, Los Angeles, Ohio, Seattle, San Jose and Phoenix. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nityananda Dhyanapitham, a spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation. A contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers. Adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, he has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands, gracing them with spiritual powers. A spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples worldwide in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places like Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Tiruvannamalai in India. A dynamic young guru who is an inspiration to thousands of youngsters. India's most watched spiritual guru online. A beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nityananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment.
आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं नित्यमुक्तं निर्विकल्पं ध्यानलोकप्रदीपकं वन्दे शान्तमयं बन्धं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम् आनन्दगन्धसञ्चारं सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं वन्दे ज्ञानालयं नाथं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्.
Today, I'll speak about the Aghori Sampradaya in depth, our own Sampradaya. Please understand, I myself physically never ate human flesh, never smoked marijuana, never drank the urine. I myself never did any of this. But all the principles of Aghora Sampradaya, the spiritual principles of Aghori Sampradaya, I have experienced in depth. My own predecessor, Bhagavan Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, a great yogi, my godfather, himself is Aghori, always used to live in the cremation grounds of Tiruvannamalai. I'll speak different aspects of Aghori Sampradaya, their principles, basic attitude towards enlightenment, their lifestyle, spiritual practices, food habits, the language they use, the concepts they explain, the place they live. I'll speak on every step of Aghori Sampradaya. I have some of the video clippings collected from YouTube. I also give my thanks to YouTube and other copyright owners of these video clippings for bringing Aghori Sampradaya to life and to light. All I am trying to do is approach them with a little respect. Don't condemn anybody before looking in depth. Aghoris never killed people. They were never violent. I can say in a way, they only disposed the dead bodies and reduce the load on human society. Whatever you don't want, dump. They disposed it. They reduced the load of human society. They never waged wars. They never killed people. Only when somebody is dead, naturally, to liberate that person, they consumed a bit of that human flesh. Understand? When that human flesh is consumed, the person is liberated from all the biomemories. It is literally a powerful way of liberating. And not only that, your stomach, intestine, is the place where you are vulnerable to your biomemory. Please understand. Any signal which destabilizes your intelligence from enlightenment starts from your navel. Whether lust, anger, agitation, greed, fear, anything which takes you away from your enlightenment centeredness, takes your mind away from enlightenment, takes you away from superconsciousness. That signals, those engrams, starts from your navel. If your navel is powerful enough to digest human flesh itself and makes the human flesh part of its own flesh, it will be so strong, it will not allow any biomemory, any signal which will destabilize you from your consciousness. Please understand. If your navel, either it should be soft enough to digest even prana and convert it into samana, means pure vegetarian stomach, pure sattvic, or most powerful, even human flesh will be digested, will become part of its body. But if you are in between, you are caught. If you can only digest animal flesh, if you have the habit of only digesting the animal flesh, neither you have a sensitivity to digest pure prana or the strength of digesting human flesh, you are caught.
Just an hour's drive from Bangalore, Asia's fastest growing city, is a unique space of healing, meditation and rejuvenation. Welcome to Nityananda Dhyanapeetham. Experience soothing healing energies under the ancient wish-fulfilling banyan tree in the presence of divinity. Enjoy the unique anti-aging formula of the original Siddha Healing Spa with the 21-foot energized healing lingam and healing pool, the Vaidya Sarovar. Connect directly to God in the vibrant silence of Nityanandeshwara Temple. Savor the delicious Sattvic food served free at all times. Best of all, get a glimpse of authentic spiritual life at the daily morning satsang, worship, yoga and meditation sessions with Paramahamsa Nityananda. Rediscover yourself at Nityananda Dhyanapitham, the ultimate spiritual lifestyle destination. Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar, Bidadi, Bengaluru, 97422 03311.
Welcome to Inner Awakening, the most powerful personal transformation retreat you could ever experience. In just 21 days, thousands are already experiencing the shortest route to constantly high energy levels, visible anti-aging, healing of chronic diseases, fulfilling relationships, and higher states of consciousness. What is the secret behind this transformation?
Kundalini means the inner potential energy. Once it is awakened, opens the different doors for the conscious experience in you. I can say which is a master key for all extraordinary spiritual experiences.
This extraordinary program is conducted personally by Paramahamsa Nityananda in the vibrant atmosphere of Nityananda Dhyanapitham Ashram. Open yourself to the benefits of Nitya Yoga and practical meditation. Experience physical and mental healing. Discover simple ways to handle life with success. Above all, enjoy individual darshan and blessings from Paramahamsa Nityananda every day. Take 21 days for yourself and carry home the transformation of a lifetime.
Digesting pure prana means ability to live without food. Directly taking energy from the air. Then your whole stomach will be so sensitive. If you are in that peak of sensitivity, again, your navel will not budge for any signal, any biomemory which destabilizes you from enlightenment. Either you are Dakshinamurti, sitting at the feet of the banyan tree, sitting below the banyan tree in Yoga Mudra, filled in silence, or Kala Bhairava, who can digest anything, but both are one and the same. I tell you, both are one and the same. There's no difference. Some fellows used to abuse me, saying that they want to see Shiva only as Dakshinamurti, not as Aghori. I tell you, he is both one and the same. This is exactly the principle of Kala Bhairava. Understand? Very introduction to the Aghori Sampradaya shivers ordinary human society because it starts with death, where ordinary human civilization ends, there Aghori's life starts. I tell you, actually your life starts only when you die. Please understand, only after the physical maturity and you start your worldly life, marriage, making money, kids, you understand your life starts. If you ask a middle-aged man when your life starts, naturally he will tell, yes, when I got married, when I started my business, that's where my life starts. In the young age, you don't understand when life starts. If you ask a 14-year-old boy, he will think his life has started. But only at the age of 40, he will realize his life has started only after he started making money and relationship and life. Same way. Now if you ask a middle-aged man, he will think his life has started. But after getting matured, if you ask the man who is already dead and lived 2-3 lives consciously, ask him when your life starts, only he will be able to tell life starts after death. Aghori is a man who has already died at least twice. Died at least twice consciously. So his very introduction starts with the skull which he had in the last life. Most of the Aghoris, when they come back, they will be able to find where they left their past body, get that very same skull. It's like Tibetan lamas coming back and getting the very same prayer wheel they used, the very same room they stayed and meditated, the very same monastery in which they lived and taught. Aghoris, when they come back, they search the place where they left their bodies, find out the very same skull they had in the last life. It is constantly reminding them. Please understand, when you had this skull working, seeing, tasting, listening, what all worries you had, how all those worries are useless for you now, the same way the worries you are having now with this skull functioning will be useless in the next time. So any worry, suffering, pain which comes as a side effect of your skull functioning is useless in your life, powerless in your system, weightless in your consciousness. To remind you this great truth again and again, and remind others this great truth again and again, Aghoris sit with their skull.
Want to get divine guidance for your life directly from an avatar? Introducing Dial the Avatar.
Nityananda here.
Paramahamsa Nityananda gives yet another incomparable, unique gift for the whole world.
Swamiji! Oh my God! I really can't believe, Swamiji!
You got practically everything and too much for a phone call.
He has opened himself and is available
You
to
had
answer
that
questions
Baba
from
Samadhi.
anyone.
Nice. Great.
Live during the daily morning satsang.
No, you ask anything you want in your life. Ask me any boon you want.
Starting from 8 a.m., the lucky ones who dial 080-2727-9999 get to talk directly with Swamiji. Watch all of this live at ntv.nityananda.org.
The Ingenious Program, a field of all possibilities. The children in the Ingenious Program are directly under the guidance of Enlightened Master Paramahamsa Nityananda. Nityananda is an incarnation and exudes the knowledge of conflict-free living. He states that enlightenment is our birthright. What an incredible gift for your child, a once-in-a-lifetime privilege to live and thrive in the energy field of all possibilities and give enlightenment to your child. Where every child can become a genius. Learning can unveil the genius in every child, provided it stimulates higher-order thinking skills, positive self-esteem, teamwork, and an internal locus of control. Research has proven that holistic teaching methodologies paired with meditation stimulate whole brain functioning and result in self-directed, spontaneous, and creative lifelong learners. An enriched environment. When young children have an enriched environment conducive to early learning in life, they have higher IQ, cognitive intelligence, EQ, social emotional intelligence, and SQ, spiritual intelligence. These early experiences are critical for the development of the child. Peer pressure and destructive social conditioning can take its toll on the child. It can create negative thought patterns and destructive behaviors unless these enriching experiences are provided. An enriched environment includes whole brain activities which stimulate the utilization of both sides of the brain. The right brain is responsible for creativity, intuition, spontaneity, quantum memory, learning in a flash, and computer-like calculations. The left side of the brain is responsible for inner linear thinking and analysis. When both sides of the brain are integrated, performance is optimal. Brain yoga. Brain yoga activates the ability to balance the right and the left brain. This helps open the sixth sense. Children are given activities to balance both sides of the body simultaneously, using distinctive postures that stimulate both sides. The neurological brain patterns move from beta to alpha, increasing alertness and attention. Quantum memory. Quantum memory is a constant downloading of information without interference of the mind. Observation skills are directly related to memory skills. Reading without interference of the mind, reading at quantum speed, will lead to quantum memory without the mind getting in the way. Creative and performing arts. Dance, drama, music, sculpting, and design offered in the Ingenious program provide kinesthetic motor stimulation to engage the brainwave patterns, resulting in expanded creativity and resourcefulness. Sattvic food. Children are given the benefit of fresh sattvic food prepared to the standards according to the ancient Vedic lifestyle. The food is fresh, with fruits and vegetables. Vegetarian food creates radiant health in the body. Vedic cultural arts. Sanskrit chanting stimulates the brain to produce full brain coherence, developing clearer perception and integrated thinking. Chanting also promotes inner silence and improves the attention span. Meditation and expanded awareness. Meditation instills a deep silence in the child, resulting in deeper, richer perception and clarity in thinking. Ingenious produces the next step in evolution, a mature human being who functions at a higher state of consciousness. Expanded awareness provides the platform for a vision of all abilities of life, perfect health, prosperity, and life without conflict. What more could you ask for your child?
If I can just teach this one science to the kids, I will have millions of enlightened beings. Their own past birth skull, agouris, by their very presence, act as a last nightmare for people. Constantly they wake you up. Aghoris are the powerful whistleblowers. Understand? They are the whistleblowers of Maya. Constantly waking you up from Maya. They are not socially polite. But I tell you, they are the most cosmically sweet people. If you are sleeping, in the dream you feel like you are seeing the dream of a tiger, lion and a snake chasing you. You are running, about to jump into a water, into a river and swim and escape. But suddenly you see in the river there is a crocodile. You are screaming, help, help, help. What will be the real help for you at that time? If somebody comes and gives you the rifle, will it be the real help? That is what all these social service-based religions are doing to you. You are screaming, life is bondage, life is suffering. They come and tell you, oh my son, don't worry. We give you bread, butter, medical care. Do you need a religion at that time? Which will give you some mantra, kriya, technique to drive this lion away. After 12 years, if you practice sincerely, that is what these foolish Gurujis go on doing. At this moment, you just need a person who will say, come on, wake up. You will wake up, oh God, it was a dream. You just need somebody to tell, wake up. You just need somebody who will blow a whistle, tell you, wake up. You don't need socially polite religious service organizations giving you bread, butter, care, love, education, medical care. Finally, ambulance service. Aghoris are whistleblowers. Their skull is the whistle. You know only two kinds of people, social, antisocial. Aghoris are the most non-social but never antisocial. They are the ultimate whistleblowers. In India, so much ruckus is going on. So much of fasting, dharna, fight is going on to protect the whistleblowers about the corruption, about the mining, the social problems, the political problems. But nobody understands. Aghoris are the cosmic whistleblowers. They need to be protected. Most endangered species on the planet Earth is Aghoris. By their very presence, they wake up people. People who don't want to wake up go on abusing the Aghoris. I am here to present and represent Aghoris' side of the stories. There is not a single case where Aghoris have done something illegal, antisocial. They are such blissful people, living their life, never interfering with the society. They don't even come inside the city. They only eat what you rejected. They only live where you never go. They only wear what you have thrown out. They never interfere with your life. But you go on abusing them. They don't even speak in the language you speak. Their very language wakes up people. It's a primal sound from Swadhisthana which hits your very Swadhisthana, which wakes you up. Whatever you call as amangala, inauspicious, is Mangala for them, auspicious. I know the modern day youth is really suffering. Humanity has never faced this crisis. I have created a one-year program where you can study the spiritual truths.
Nitya Yoga practices to create healthy body, spiritual discourses to develop mental health, meditations that help balance emotions, kriyas to break mental patterns that create suffering, opportunity to express leadership qualities, techniques that improve creative skills. Learn to break all self-limiting barriers to achieve your dreams. Ananda Yogam.
I am providing a platform for you to think, meditate, contemplate and decide about your future. I am giving you 1 year free food, shelter, clothes, above all the spiritual education and intelligence and intuition to take decision about your future.
Every participant is taught the Vedic truths to live life as it leads in a nurturing ambience, along with inspirational spiritual education that helps bring out the best and achieve one's highest potential.
Youth across the world can come and spend a year in Ananda Yogam to work on you to discover your future, to discover your destiny or recreate your destiny. I'll open my house for you for 1 year completely free. Come and stay here, discover and recreate your destiny.
Interviews at Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar, Bidadi, Bengaluru, 97422 03311.
They are the most auspicious, powerful yogis. Never you will see a agori who is ill. Never you will see an agori who is depressed. Never you will see an agori physically ill or mentally ill. Never you will see an agori who is feeling he is poor. Never you will see an agori who is feeling he is not a leader. You will always see a Vedantic sannyasis who are physically sick with big tummies, can give only Ganesh darshan because in any other bhava your body won't fit. You will always see Vedantis who are mentally sick, depressed. You will always see a Vedantis who feel they are slaves and they can't achieve. But you will never see a agori who is physically fat, bellied or mentally depressed. They will neither have physical fat, mental depression, conscious sickness means feeling fate is everything. They neither have fat nor feel fate. They know their destination, they know their destiny, they know themselves. They are not just children of Mahadeva. They are sparks from the fire Mahadeva. I give you the secret of language of agoris. Any sound you create from the Swadhisthana and do not interfere through your social politeness and release is the language of Aghoris. And that sound awakens everybody's Swadhisthana and liberates people from fear. Understand? The sound created from Swadhisthana, which comes out unedited by your social politeness, is the language of Aghoris, which directly hits at your Swadhisthana, awakens you from all the nightmares and fears. In the West, they have something called primal therapy, where you are asked to scream from the depth of your being, where all the stored up, suppressed fears are released. The very language of Aghoris is this. I don't know how many of you guys will be able to take it. I can give the true Aghori sound now. Enough. The sound of Aghoris. The moment you hear, you wake up. Just for those few seconds, I left the socially polite identity with which I interact with you all and allowed the prana to come from the Swadhisthana as it is. Actually, I was preparing. My body was getting ready because during the Akashic reading, it is going to be from Swadhisthana. There is not going to be any socially polite personality interfering with my sound. It was getting ready. I showed the exact form of Kala Bhairava to one of my disciples, Atma Manishananda, in Varanasi. Physically he saw in Kala Bhairava temple. Show him the photograph of now, which you took when I created that sound. He will be shocked and he will say, this exactly he saw. This is exactly the photograph he saw. And within 10 seconds it disappeared. I was standing in the Kala Bhairava Sannidhi in Varanasi. I was in Samadhi. He asked me, Swamiji, can you show Kala Bhairava how he looks? I showed him the wall and said, come on, see there. He saw there was a beautiful photograph, painting. He said, is this the way he looks? I said, exactly this is the way. It is his portrait, as it is. He was shocked. Maybe 10 seconds after that, he looked again. The portrait is missing. He went to that Mahant and that Swami, Pandari, Pujari, Pandit and asked, what happened to the picture? Just now I saw the portrait which was hanging in this wall. They said, what are you talking? We are here for 30 years. There was never a portrait or painting on that wall. It was always an empty wall. You're gone mad. They asked him. He came back. I only gave a smile. This is exactly the way he looked, including the bindi on the forehead. Blessed are those who ever felt the vibration in their Swadhisthana. Swadhisthana, where you suppress and fold and keep all the fears, that breaks when you hear the sound of Aghori. The sound from Aghori's Swadhisthana. The language of Aghoris. I'll